Dear friends, today we will understand how to find out r's complement and r minus 1's complements in different number systems. So before proceeding with finding r's complement and r minus 1's complement, let us see what are the different number systems that we have and what possible complements that we can take here. So in practice, we have binary system where we can take 2's complement and 1's complement. We have an octal system where 8's complement and 7's complement can be taken. We have a decimal system where 10's complement and 9's complement can be taken. And similarly, in the hexadecimal system, we can take 16's complement and 15's complement. Now let us see how we can find the r minus 1's complement. As an example, here I am taking binary system. In binary system, the r minus 1 value is equal to 1 and r is equal to 2. That is a for a binary system. So now here I am taking an example, y is equal to 10,110.110. This is the number for which I have to take 1's complement. In order to take 1's complement, I have to fill a number in this place. This is a number that I have filled. So this number I have to fill in such a way that if I add this number with this actual number, I should get in the all positions of my sum, I should get 1's here. So you observe here, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1. So the number which I am filling here, so that will act as a 1's complement of the given number. If I add that number with the actual number, the result will be 1 in all the positions. Now how to find out the 2's complement here? So which is a r's complement in the binary system. So in order to find a 2's complement, we have to have the 1's complement and then you add 1 to the least significant bit here. So you just add 1 to the least significant bit such that, so you will get 1 plus 1 is a 2. 1 times it will go divided by 2, because in binary system any number which comes greater than 2 or equal to 2, so it should be divided, right? So 1 is a quotient and 0 is a remainder here. So that remainder value we will pass it here and the quotient is 1 here. 1 plus 0 is a 1, then a 0 dot 0 0 1 0. So this number, whatever that I am getting here, so this is the 2's complement. Let me just write here. So this number is the 2's complement of the given y. Now let us take an example in the other system. Okay, so we will take a hexadecimal system. We'll take one number in the hexadecimal system now, and then I'll show you how to get the complements in hexadecimal number. Let us take here, say y is equal to ab3.c2. So this is a number for which I have to take a r minus 1's complement and r's complement. So before I start that, so you are aware, so in hexadecimal number, a is equal to 10, b is equal to 11, c is equal to 12, d is equal to 13, e is equal to 14, and f is equal to 15. Now use this as a reference and let us try to find out the complements here. Now to find r minus 1's complement in hexadecimal system, the r value is equal to 16 and r minus 1 is equal to 15. So here, if I am finding r minus 1's complement, it is nothing but we are finding the 15's complement. What is the value of 15 in hexadecimal? It is going to be f. So now, like in the earlier slide that what we have done, similarly here, I will just write here, if I add a number, I should get in all the sum positions the value as f. Okay, so now let us see here. So I have a 2 here, I have a 2 here. If I add something to that, I should get 15. F is a 15. So 2 plus 13 is going to be 15. So here I can notice the 13 is written as D. Similarly, C is there. The value of C is 12. If I add 3 to that, it will become 15. That is F. So it will be 3. I have a 3 here. So if I add 12 to that, then it will become 15. So what is 12? 12 is nothing but C here. Similarly, B is 11. So for that, if I add 4, I will get a 15. And A is 10. If I add 5 to that, so it will become 15. So now the number that whatever that I got here, this is the 15's complement. Of y. Okay, so I hope you understood, right? So for this number, we have to just add another number such that my sum positions will become all f's here. So the number which is added here to make the sum 15, 15, 15, 15 here, so that is the 15's complement of a given number. Now moving ahead. So how to find this r's complement? The same procedure we will follow. Let us take the 15's complement number, which is 5, 4, C dot 3, D. So this is a 15's complement of y. So for this, I will add 1 to the least significant bit. I will add 1 to the least significant bit such that I will get the 16's complement here. So the resulted number will be 16's complement. So now let us add this. So here it is D. What is the value of D? D is 13. So 13 plus 1, it is 14. 14 is equal to E. So this position will be E, and this 3, nothing is there. So it will be added as it is. C, 4 and 5. 5, 4, C dot 3 is going to be the 16's complement of Y. So this is a general procedure for finding the r's and r minus 1's complement in different number systems. Here in this lecture we have seen how to find 2's complement and 1's complement in binary, and we also learned finding 16's complement and 15's complement in hexadecimal. Similarly, if you want to find out the octal numbers 8's complement and 7's complement, what you have to do, first you have to find the 7's complement by writing 7 7 7 7 in the sum position. Then you add a number to the given number, so you will get that number as a 7's complement. And after taking that 7's complement, you just add 1 to the least significant bit, that is your rightmost bit. Okay, so if you add that, you will get a 8's complement. The same procedure can be extended for decimal numbers also, to find 9's complement and 10's complement. So that's all for today. So in the next lecture, I'll be taking some more topics for the discussion, maybe subtractions in different number systems. Okay, so till then, take care, and if you are not subscribed to my channel, you please subscribe. I'll be doing some more videos shortly, and you can watch that also. Thank you.